What is up, guitar legends? Sam Wild here. We're looking at Doulbe Trouble today from Harry Potter theme. If you want to learn the main theme, we've got Hedwig's theme. There's also Mischief Managed and Harry's Wondrous World. As you heard in the intro there, they're in separate videos. Links are below for those ones. But today we're just looking at Doulbe Trouble. So Doulbe Trouble is the song that the choir sings. I think it's in the Goblet of Fire. I could be wrong. Whether they're in the big hall and singing Doulbe Trouble, Highland Town, and they're holding the little toad as well. So this is quite a short little piece of music. It's quite fast. You can play it 2 or 3 times in a row if you want to extend it. All right. So we're going to start with this. Doulbe Trouble. So what I like to do is use my thumb for the bass note and my first finger for the high notes. Okay, for the most part. So to begin with, have your fingers ready on the E string, 3rd finger 7th fret, 1st finger 5th fret. So they're both pushed in because we're going to pick and then pull off. So when you pull off, make sure you pull the string down. Don't just bring the finger off. That's what a lot of beginners do. They try and do this. And it doesn't really work. If you pull it down, you can make it as loud as you want because you're essentially plucking the string. Alright, because I'm kind of pulling it down like I'm trying to pluck it with my finger. So we pluck both, pull off, and then just not the thumb this time, just the 1st finger on the 7th fret again. Just work on that. Now we're going to repeat that little phrase like that. Now the beginner way of playing this first bar is to just have the E string on the 1st note both times, like that. Right. But the more advanced version sounds like this. So we get 3 E strings. You go bom, bom, bom. Alright, it just gives it a bit more momentum. Sounds a bit cooler. Again, if you want to keep it simple, just do it on the 1st note. Okay. For the advanced version, you have to do it after the 1st phrase. So you go. Okay, that's the way to practice this. Just do the 1st bit. So as soon as you do that last note, you hit the low E string again. Okay, and then the next phrase comes in after you hit the E string. See that? And then we're going to have to hit the E string again on the last note. So just work on this first bar until it feels good. Okay, then we're going to have to do the A string with our thumb and then the 8th fret. Now you can just move your 3rd finger up if you want. That's what I tend to do because I don't like using my 4th finger if I don't have to. Okay, but that's up to you. As long as you get the 8th fret, that's what's important. Again, A string as well. Then we have 5th fret on the E string with the 1st finger. And then we do that phrase again. From the first bar, right? So we have. So again, just work on this one bar on its own. Really work on that pull off as well, don't forget about that. Now when we get to the 3rd bar, you're going to have to move up 2 frets, so we're in a new position here, alright? You'll notice I keep my thumb quite high up on the neck when I'm doing this, right? It makes it easier to do a strong pull off because the thumb is pushing in, right? So you've got more of a pincer grip. Whereas if the thumb's lower, right, it's a little bit harder in my opinion. I feel more secure when the thumb's up and the wrist is more straight instead of bent. Yeah. So again, for the 3rd bar, we slide up 2 frets, and we're going to play it this. So we start with the E string and high E string, 7th fret. Then we have this dun, dun, dun. So 4th finger, B string, 10th fret. Then 2nd finger, 8th fret, and then we're going to have to add in a new bass note with the thumb on top here, 7th fret, at the same time as playing that 7th fret on the B string here. So And we do the B string twice at the end. So you'll notice for these last 6 beats, I change from B to F sharp. So I go. Some of you might just want to stay on B to make it easier. Personally, I just think it sounds weird. It sounds like there's not enough movement going on. Whereas if you go bom, 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 then you get more variety, more bass movement. All right. So we play this. Da, 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 da. So third finger is going to play 9th fret on the A string, and then we're going to bring the first finger down to the E string, and again we have thumb getting the note B here again. So last 2 bars. Then make sure you slide straight down because we're going to start the next part. For those of you that want to take your playing to the next level, make sure you sign up to my premium membership website. You'll gain access to all my backing tracks, all of my lessons, and I'll teach you how to improvise, solo, and play advanced chords. Enjoy the rest of your lesson, guys. Now for this part, I like to hammer on both notes, personally. You can pluck them all if you want. Sounds quite cool as well. I like to hammer on and then add vibrato. Right, now again, just like the first bar, we can add in that the doom bom bom, just to make it drive more. If you want the beginner version, again, just play the first note of the phrase with the bass note. That's fine. But the advanced version, you play in between and on the last note, right? Now, as soon as you've done this, you need to move up to the 5th fret with the first finger. So before you even try the next bar, just work on the positioning like that. You see I'm moving to the 5th fret on the E string with the first finger, I'm just getting it ready. Okay, then we have A string and the 5th fret. So just try and get that in on the second bar now. See, so a lot of people just try and play through it too quickly. Right? When you're trying to learn something like this, you just have to add one little bit on, add one little bit on, and keep working on it that way. Okay, instead of trying to just keep playing the whole thing. Then 3rd finger goes 7th fret on the B string. All right. Now from there, I roll the 3rd finger down like that. And it's going to pull off anyway. Alright, so just try and work on these first 2 bars because the second 2 bars is just one position anyway. So we have. Now as soon as you've done that, you have to be already reaching and thinking about this last part, right? So this last part is quite a big stretch. Some of you aren't going to like this very much. There's not really an easy way to play it unless you're happy to sacrifice some of the bassiness. And what you can do is play it an octave higher and do it up there. Okay, so you have 2 options here. So as the tab says, 7th fret on the E string, you get the bass note, or do a higher bass note, 9th fret on the D string. You hear they're the same note? So it's less of a stretch. Okay, or how I've written it. So just start with both at the same time. And then in between we have the E string on its own. You see that? Both, single both. Bum, dum, bum, dum, bum, bum, bum. Now you can see there's a dot above some of these notes, so you can make them shorter by either bouncing the fingers or blocking it with this hand. Do you see that? I'm making it short instead of... I'm I'm going. Okay, so as soon as you put it on, as soon as the fingers come on, the vibration stops. That's how you can make it short. Right? So again we have da, da, da. Just work on that third bar. Again, you can make them short if you want. The last bar, I just play both strings for all three there. Okay, but notice on the very last note, first finger comes off, and we move up a fret, right? So we got high E and low E. So the play along is coming up, guys. You can try and play along to the slower version first. Right, that is a good way to practice this, just playing it slowly but still in time. All right, and then when that starts to feel really comfortable and you've pretty much memorized it, then try and play the full speed version with me. Don't forget, if you want to learn the other Harry Potter themes, you've got Hedwig's theme, Mischief Managed, and Harry's Wondrous World. Links are below for those themes. If you enjoyed this lesson, please give it a like. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell icon, guys. I'll see you in the next lesson. Good luck with the play along. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4.